Hey everybody, this is Chris Valenciano with BNFX here in Honolulu, Hawaii. I wanted to tell you guys and show you how I made 770 pips within a short amount of time. We're talking a couple hours here. Um, Obviously, the Russia-Ukraine geopolitical event really had a heavy impact, but this research really started several days ago. So one thing we really focus on here at BNFX is what's the sentiment, what's the fundamental outlook of the markets, and how is that going to impact price. So I've been watching this geopolitical event very, very closely, and getting a live squawk on here just to kind of keep track of what's going on with the news. And what I saw coming up into yesterday, which was towards the end of US and the turn into Asia for Forex, was you were getting reports of military operations. And the original reports were just in the East, but then you started getting some reports of other areas here. And that was around this time, which was around 11 a.m. my time here in Hawaii, which was I think 9 p.m. London time. So that, along with the fact that there was this really nice retracement here down into the 61% fib, and you can see this is a very big level of accumulation here for oil. And your job is to kind of find holes in your hypothesis before you take the trade, to really make sure that if there's any reason you shouldn't take the trade, you might want to not do that. But my thought process through this whole time, obviously the fundamentals lined up with it. Oil prices are naturally going to get larger in the summertime anyway, and then the news about the Nord Stream 2 pipeline being put on hold from Biden earlier in the day, for a couple hours before that, really told me that the UK Brent oil was posed for a rise. I mean, a lot of estimates were talking 115, which obviously I'm sure now would do that. But I got in here, like I said, at about in this 11 a.m. candle time. So between 11 and 11:15 a.m. my time, which was 9:15 London time. I sat through the turn, and by the time that the market reopened for oil, 3 hours later, the news was already out that this was going down. So you can see here, once I got to this level, which was the first pivot point, the R1 pivot point, I actually entered a second position here because, once again, everything's lined up. So I entered a second position at a third of my original position there, and then I moved my stop to break even on the original big one, and then the stop loss on that third position, or the third 1/3 position here. The stop loss was at my original entry. So my risk was 1/3, but my potential was huge. And you can see it just rose. And I got out right before this pivot right over here. My thought was that it was going to stall right before the $100 mark, and become a little choppy at that point, because it's already moving up. I mean, you're talking huge 5-6% move, which is obviously crazy. And it's not going to just move straight up. It moves in legs. So you're looking for a profit target, you want to stick to that, and that's where I was looking at. So altogether, like I said, 770 pips. It was a huge day for our fund. And if you guys want to see kind of how we trade a little bit more in depth, check out the link, and hopefully we see you guys in our free Telegram room. But that is how I made 770 pips within a period of a few hours. All right, you guys have a great day, and mahalo.